2-inch drop ball mount, higher capacity, 7,000 pound. This is carbon forged steel, man. Hey, what's going on, guys? Jimmy here with One Road. Today I'm just kind of walking you through a couple things that I have going on in the near future. So the first thing is my 95 Suburban back there. I just filled the whole tank with 87 octane ethanol-free fuel. The reason why I did that is I'm kind of new to this Washington area and I've never seen that before at a gas station. So the entire time I've been driving around, I keep passing that gas station. It's a Maverick gas station, if any of you guys are familiar. And I've just been like wanting to see what that was and use it. I looked it up and people are saying that you might feel like more power. There might be some fuel mileage benefits to it. That's kind of what I'm testing. So I'm making a separate video on that, and I guess the final part of the video is going to be when I actually run out of fuel. So that video is going to take a few weeks. But if you stay tuned, that video will be coming up on my channel as soon as I'm done running through 43 gallons of gas, which at 11, 12 miles a gallon, that shouldn't take long. Number two for that 95 is I have seafoam, and I've seafoamed that car before, and I did it kind of wrong because I bought a whole bunch of seafoam that was on sale, but it was just the kind that you just kind of dump in. So I dumped it in the intake manifold, and I didn't really have that great of results. It was smoking and stuff while the motor was running, but I shut it off to do the whole hot soak thing, and that didn't really work out. When I started it back up, there was no smoke whatsoever. So I don't know what happened, whether I poured in too much at once, or maybe it just all burned off before I turned it off. I don't know. So I went and bought another can of seafoam spray, but this one's got the straw with it. So hopefully I will be able to do a proper seafoam video and also just treatment on my 95. I want to get that thing seafoamed the right way to make sure that it's cleaned out. And I know everyone loves seafoam videos. I mean, I love those. Number 3 on the docket for that 95 is I picked up these Oxbeam LED 9006 low beam headlight bulbs. So these might be the same bulbs regardless of whether it's the high beam or low beam. I don't know. But these ones do specifically say 9006 there on the sticker. Although when I look at their Oxbeam bulbs for the 9005, I think it is, for the high beams, they look exactly the same and have all the same specs. So check these things out, guys. The packaging is actually pretty nice. I'm impressed by that. They put in some really cool stickers. And the thing about these that are so cool, and the reason why I wanted to buy them, not only was the price right, but these are fanless. So a lot of these that I find have a fan. And when I look up videos on what that little fan sounds like, it just sounds loud. And I know Oxbeam makes versions of these with a fan. And I don't know, maybe they perform better and stay cooler, who knows? But for me, I wanted to go as solid state as possible. I didn't want a fan just to be loud and buzzing that I could possibly hear in the cab, and also something that could fail later on down the line. So you can see these things have 3 LEDs on each side. There's another guy on YouTube called Mossman, I think, Mossman, what is it, 381 or something like that. He installed some of these, and he's got a dually, an old 91 dually, Chevy dually. The headlights just looked so good with these, so that kind of inspired me to get a set and try them out myself. Okay, so number 4 is today I just went to, I'm kind of excited about this because I've had this old trailer hitch. Well, it's not old, it's actually new, I've used it once. I used this to tow a 6x12 trailer from Los Angeles, let's see, to Texas, to Austin, Texas. And the thing was full, like as full as you could possibly get it. You couldn't slide a sheet of paper in there, it was so full. So heavy, way too heavy for that truck to be pulling, but it handled it like a champ. I mean, I'm proud of those trucks, man. I love those things. That old 350, that thing rocks. So this thing did great and everything, but I was just at a garage sale today, and I didn't even know they made these things. This is the first time I've seen one of these, but the guy had all kinds of crap, and he had this. And the ball's on kind of upside down, I guess, but look at this. This is a Reese. This thing is a Reese hitch. It's a 2-inch drop. This thing has a tongue weight of 700 pounds. Fits 2-inch hitch, 2-inch drop. The length is 8 inches. The hole is 1 inch. It says it's made weld-free. So this thing does not have any welds, right? This thing is weld-free. It looks like a solid piece of steel that's just been kind of stamped. I've never seen one of these. It's so rad. But it says 2-inch drop ball mount, higher capacity, 7,000 pound. This is carbon forged steel, man. But I thought this was really cool. And the best part is, I bought this thing for $2. I picked it up and I was like, yo man, he had 2 hitches there. He had a really old one and then this one sitting there, and I go, yeah, what do you want for the hitch? And he's like, I don't know, $2. And I'm like, I don't know anything about that, but it's gotta be worth more than $2. So yes, here. It's got a 1 7/8 inch ball on there. I'm not sure if that's big enough to tow a U-Haul trailer, but maybe it is. Anyways, so the thing about it is he didn't have the key to this lock. So I'm going to actually saw this thing off, and it's funny because I did some research on like, hey, what do you do if you lost the key or you can't get the pin lock off of this thing? And these things are apparently extremely easy to break off. If you put a little breaker bar over this end piece, that thing will just shear right off. So I'm just gonna take a hacksaw to it and see if I can just cut it off. It should work. So the other part about that is I was driving by Napa Auto Parts today, and I went in there just checking stuff out. I got a Napa Gold air filter, and this is going in the 2003 pretty soon. I'll do a little video on that too. But as I'm walking through Napa, I noticed they had one of these sitting in their little hitch section. Guess how much this thing freaking cost? This thing was like $42, and I couldn't believe it. 42 bucks by itself with no ball. So I'm like super stoked about this. I don't know why he would sell it for $2, but he did, and I wasn't complaining. So let's cut this thing off. All right, so I kind of already started this thing just to test whether it would work or not. You know what, I better get a glove on. Just don't want any bloody fingers tonight, man. You know what I mean? So let's just get this thing going. Come on, man. Oh, goodness. Wow. Oh, there we go. Okay. You guys see that? That's it. So now that sucker is off, we pull the pin. And that's it. My new $2 Reese weld-free stamped carbon forged 7,000 pound weight capacity trailer hitch. Whew, that was tough. But at first I wasn't sure. You know, when I bought it, I'm like, am I gonna even be able to get this thing off? But when you look up videos on these, people are just busting these things off like in a matter of seconds. One guy used a Sawzall, but this little piece right here actually just busts right off if you just slide a pipe over it and yank it off to the side. It's like a hacksaw will do the job, but it's done. I'm wondering if I can use this pin somehow for something. I'll keep that. But this piece is definitely garbage. Okay. This Napa Gold filter, that's actually the first time I ever went into a Napa ever. Of course I've known about Napa, but I've just never, I don't know, I always just go to O'Reilly. But I just decided, you know what, let's just go in there and buy their good air filter. Maybe I'll make a video about it and put it in the truck and see how she works, which I'm sure will be fine. But yeah, this thing is, I guess they have the silver, gold, and then they have, I think, like more of an economy line, but they're all relatively priced, not so far off. So this is more of their heavy duty filter. And if you guys have experience with these, let me know, comment below. I'd love to know. What is your recommendation of brand when it comes to air filters? Let's see, the ones that I've used before are Wix, Fram, of course, AC Delco, and now we're gonna be looking at Napa. So what else? I found another channel that I started watching. I think it's called Auto Vlog, and that guy seems to be okay. I mean, he seems like a cool guy, but it's really interesting because he drives I think a Mercedes. I don't know too much about Mercedes. He drives some super fast, high-end, you know, gosh, what is it? Some Mercedes, I don't know, 2-door Mercedes, like sports car. And he just got, I think, straight pipes put on it or something. His latest video was just crazy. How loud his car was. That, and then he bought his wife a brand new Ford Raptor, which is just amazing. I mean, gosh, a guy buys his wife a Ford Raptor. That's pretty awesome. I certainly won't be doing that because I love my used vehicles. That's the way I buy cars, is used. Not saying I would never buy a new vehicle, but, and it seems to be working for him and his channel, because like he was explaining in a couple of his videos, he buys these cars and makes videos about them and then gets paid back basically via YouTube and other, ways that he makes money. I think he works for or doesn't work for, but he's sponsored by or something, some watch company or accessory company. But anyways, enough about that channel. It just seemed really interesting. It was a new one that I started following. Who else do I follow? Of course, 3D Machines. There's a lot of other guys, Scotty Kilmer, people like that. The point is I'm wondering who you guys follow. Comment below for some really, really good, it doesn't have to be strictly like automotive, but if there's channels out there you guys know of that are like shop channels, or channels where you work on things with tools in your hands and stuff like that. Whatever, just let me know. Any cool channels out there I don't know about, which I'm sure there are. So comment below, let me know what you guys know. Okay, so also I'd like to know, all right, this might be a scary question, but what's the next or coolest or most awesome mod that you guys think that I should do to my 95? I'm gonna throw it to you guys. I wanna know what you guys think. Nothing that costs 10 grand or anything like that, but a sensible modification. Things that I'm thinking of are, well, I am thinking of a slight lift kit. I'm not sure if that's in the cards or not. I'm thinking of speakers. I'm thinking of a little, CD player, things like that. But I am curious what you guys think. Cold air intake. I mean, what do you guys think that I should do next to this truck? Anyways, guys, yeah, let me know what you want to see. I love this truck, man. I don't know if you guys know, but I bought this thing for $3,500 with like 40,000 miles on it, something like that. And it was literally a garage find. This old man just wanted to get rid of it. He's like, I don't drive it anymore. I don't care. Take it. So I'm like, okay. There was a lot of things I had to do to it to get it up and running because it had just kind of been neglected. But anyways, the thing is running great. I've towed trailers with it cross country. Never really let me down. I mean, of course, I've had issues and problems and stuff like that. And I still think I have somewhat of an electrical problem somewhere, but it hasn't really happened in a while. So I'm just kind of not going to think about it until it does happen again. But other than that, these things are dirty and they need to be washed, and I can't wait to do that. But I've had my hose and sprinklers shut off for some time now over the winter, so I couldn't wash my cars myself. I took this thing through an automatic car wash and I swear it scratched the side of it, so I'm not going to be doing that again. All right, guys, this video has kind of gone on long enough. I know people don't like watching videos longer than like 10 minutes, so I'm going to go ahead and call this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Guys, stay tuned. All those things I mentioned are coming up. Peace out.